Vans Autistic Explorer here. My dad came down to visit me from Florida, and he showed me a new way to make sauce and meatballs from scratch. So, let's see if I can remember how to do this after he showed me. But in the meantime, here's the sliced sauce that we have to mix. We have to really mash that up. And of course, I got the Prego, but you know what? Sauce is sauce to me. Might as well use it so it doesn't go to waste. We'll mix it in with this if we have to. In the meantime, here's all of our spices right here. This is all of our ingredients that we're going to be using. See? And this, the 3 onions. So, we're going to get his recipe out. It's right here. And there's the meat. I like to use beef. It's easier. My dad likes to make the meatballs really big. I like to make them really small. But meatballs, what you do is you cook them halfway. You don't cook them all the way, because once you dip them in the sauce, after you cook them halfway, they cook the rest of the way, because the sauce cooks it through and it makes it taste Italian. Anyway, watch and learn. Also, it also takes a lot of time, so we have to really, let it broil in there. So, let's get everything out. Starting with this big pot he got me. Put that right on there. We also need this big thing to work with the onions. Okay, so let's do that. Whoa. Well, we'll do one at a time. Where's my knives? Nope, we don't want that one. We want this one. Cut the tops off. Throw those out. Now, onions have a strong smell, so you really got to cover your eyes with these things. That's all right. Not to worry. In fact, what I think we need to do, I almost forgot, the garlic nuts. We need, let's see, we need five clovers, garlic. So we need 5 of these. Okay. Probably should start dipping the sauce in there. Well, it's not sauce. It's olive oil. Just a speck of olive oil. Not a lot, just a little bit. Turn it on high. Let that settle. Let's move this over so that doesn't. Where's the knife? That's what I need. Let's move this move this mess over. Leave room for another mess. I think I'm doing this fine. Thanks. Okay. Now, onions can get a little messy, so you really got to have patience with that. Try to cut the onions into small pieces, you know? Throw those little pieces out we don't need. Okay. I'm going to try to use as much as we can, but we're not going to use too much of it. Take the shell off of that basket. Now guys, basically what I'm doing is I'm making sauce from scratch. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to steam a little. Now guys, I have a pretty intense stove, so if anything we'll, 2, 3, 4, 5. The recipe says only 5 cloves of garlic nuts. So let that go. Let that work its way. I'm just looking at the recipe, guys. Turn the oven on to 7, okay. Okay. Crushed potatoes. Okay, I need this. I need okay. 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 Ooh. A little watery. Pour that in the bowl. Let's save that for later. Okay. Well, let's mash these babies up. And the rest of the sauce, the only thing I have is meat sauce Prego, but you know what? We can use that too. I mean, it's sauce, just that it's already made, but at least we know what to do with it. But it's not plugged in. Okay, let's go here. Come on. It's a little messy here, but that really got messy there. Didn't expect that. It's all right. We're gonna clean up at the end, but probably should clean some of this up now. Okay. Now I hope I'm not getting some of this mixed up here, but at least I know the recipe. That's the main thing. Where is the spices? Okay. We need 3 of these equal amounts. Here we go. Now you guys might want to watch me do this. It's not gonna be easy, but you can. Okay. Okay, that's one. Fuck. That's one. Next. That's 2. One more. That's 3. That's 3 equal amounts. Now, the pepper is the only one. You only want maybe like a quarter. That's it. Maybe put a speck more. Good. Okay, all done with that. Now what we do, take a knife, maybe like a butter knife, and just nice and carefully you know what? Let me take something a little bit bigger than that. There we go. The 1/3 a cup is actually a little bit bigger. And try to stir that a little bit so that it mixes in. Shit. Now some of it's going to drop out, if you notice, because it's in a really small thingamajig. Okay. Keep stirring maybe a little bit more. Alright, that's good enough. I don't recommend it because it's, you know, you're making it from scratch. You gotta remember that. But you can. Yeah, let's clean that. Brush that into the sink. Okay. Oh. Now we dump that into the pot. Yeah, let's. This is a pretty intense stove, guys, so. Yep. But this is gonna do the job that I don't think any other thing would have ever done. Okay. Dad, you're gonna be so proud of me. I just know it. Let's stir what's in there. Okay. Probably should start with the meatballs. Where's the tray? Where's my trays? Okay. Save these onions for next time. Oh God, where is my... Here it is. Never mind. Okay. You know what? I have a better idea. Sometimes you can play with it like Play-Doh to kind of bind it all together. One. There's going to be a lot of meatballs here, so... Alright, looks like everything here is still going. Two. Put the oven on for 350. Like 4, 5, here, this way you can see. Now I used to make meatballs out of like breadcrumb, egg, and I used to dip it in there and make them crispy, but let's just go with the new way to do it. Probably should start putting the sauce in soon. Sure, let's do that. Oh, fish. Okay, let's finish these up. I was thinking of something else. You know what? I used to play the game of Torrin's Passage, and when Torrin would walk into the guardhouse, and he would call the strange looking guard would call it would refer to spaghetti and meatballs as sluggetti and peatballs. That's when I started referring it to that. So guess what I'm making, folks? Sluggetti and peatballs. Now, does any of you remember that computer game? Because I do. I used to play it back when I think Windows XP was available back in the day. And then came Windows Vista, and then I guess back then it still worked. Now we don't have any of that today, so I can't play the game anymore. That was great stuff. That was great what you did there, sir. That was great cooking. We picked up everything we could. Looks like some of this beef might have to be defrosted more. That's all right. I could do that right. I could put it right in the microwave and do it, but. Guys, remember, once we put the meatballs in the oven, I think we're only going to cook them up to like maybe 8 minutes, 9, because you don't want to cook these all the way. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to take them out little by little, and I'm going to dip them in the sauce. And then the meatballs are going to cook through. The meatballs are going to cook through the rest of the way, right through this, and the sauce is going to seep. The sauce is going to soak into them, and it's going to be like you just ate at Carrabba's. Although I think that restaurant is out of business. I'm not sure. I could be wrong when I say that, but I think Carrabba's is gone. I don't know, guys. Anyway, you see what I'm talking about? Like, do you understand? when you play with it like Play-Doh, roll them into a ball. See? Just drop them there and put them in their place. Yeah. Shit. I gotta defrost this. Hold on. Defrost. Let's see how the sauce is doing while we're waiting for that. This is going to take all day to cook, so it's okay, I have patience. In the meantime, while we're also waiting for that, check out my meatballs, right? See how I don't make them so big? I like them that way. I don't like them too big. I notice my dad, he likes to make them awfully big, but I don't do that. I like to just, you know, make them small enough that I'll have plenty to eat, plenty of leftovers, you know. Plus, it's better that way because then they'll fit in your mouth without having to cut them all the time. You know? Oh, I think I dropped some water on my dad's recipe. Damn it. I can always type in another one off the computer. Okay. I don't know. Alright. That's fine. That's good enough. Alright, time to finish where we left off here. Ooh. It's awfully hot there. But you made a lot. You made a lot. Hold on, I gotta really mush that up and there we go. I'm I guess we can make the one big one right there. Alright. Now, let me wash my hands first. Soap and water. Okay. Let's see how the sauce is doing. Now, the meatballs. I'm stepping in beef. I gotta clean this floor after this. Guys, just so you know, the meatballs. We only want to cook them halfway. Hang on a minute. Okay. Is this even hot enough? What's going on here? How come this didn't heat? Let me see the recipe again. Cut the garlic cloves and turn it. Yeah, I just did that. code. I can't even tell if this thing's even like warming up. You think the coil? The coil is not lighting up. Why is that? Don't understand this. Oh, God. All right. Well, I could hear it trying to go on. I don't get it because I used it the last time. We'll be back, folks, for more. Stay tuned.